Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of Young Men Empowerment Forum. Once more, we are here today and we're dealing with part 2 of the topic that speaks about how to stay motivated. How do you stay motivated? Now, as a young man, motivation is very important because there's nothing that's going to be successful about your life until you are motivated. And motivation, of course, we know that there's what we call intrinsic motivation and there's what we call extrinsic motivation. The two are different because intrinsic motivation is that motivation from within you, the one inside of you. But we're having what we call extrinsic motivation, which speaks about motivation from outside. But today I want to emphasize that intrinsic motivation becomes very key for you because you don't wait for the outside to motivate you, but you stay motivated within yourself and become a power and a powerhouse yourself. This is very important. So therefore, many people are staying motivated because they've decided to become motivated, because they've decided also to push themselves to be motivated at all times. It is a decision, therefore. It is something that is intentional, as we have said in the previous lesson. So please, to stay positive will actually depend mainly on what we say, intentionality. You must be intentional. Now, I want to speak about creating a vision board. That if you are going to stay motivated, you must create what we call a vision board. And a vision board is whereby you have got a board, literal board, whether it's a whiteboard, a blackboard, or whatever. It doesn't matter whether it's made out of a cut box. It doesn't matter. But it is actually a place where you're writing your visions. It's a place where you're highlighting what you are gunning for. The very same resolutions that we spoke about a bit earlier, about what we call New Year resolutions, that many of us are actually formulating on the beginning of the year. And these are the things that you need to write them on your vision board. Now, if you don't write something, you'll not remember it. If you don't write down, then it cannot be done. Because majority of the things we forget because we never written them down and we don't even know. Focus is created by writing down. And that is why in the book of Habakkuk as well, it will tell you that you must write down the vision so that those who read it, they may run it. So it is very important because when you write something, you look at it and say, I want to achieve that. That's a vision. And you put it on what we call a vision board. And when you put it on the vision board, you forever revisit and look at the things that you've put on the vision board. How far are they? And how far are you in completing them? And that makes you to stay motivated. It makes you to stay focused as well. To be able to pursue those things that you've written on the vision board. And you are able actually to follow that every step of the way because you know that I want to achieve this and I want to tick this as done at the end of the year. And that is very important. Now, on your vision board, it doesn't matter what you've written, but I want to emphasize the fact that you need to put on your vision board not a lot of things. You must put your vision for that particular time. It must be very, very few things, not a lot. It might be things that are actually easy to achieve, things that you can look at and say, I will achieve this. It must be things that when you look at are things that are actually things that are driving you towards completing them or towards pursuing and doing them. It's very important because a vision board, therefore, is a record of things that you want to do. It's a record of plans and visions that you want to fulfill. And that's very key. So put them down on the vision board. Make sure that you visit your vision board frequently. Make sure that those visions on the vision board that are accomplished, you tick them as done. You tick them likewise as done. Those that are not actually completed, you are able to revisit and make sure that you put other action plans and you be able to fulfill them. Very, very key. And I cannot emphasize this enough, that vision board therefore becomes very important because that will motivate you because you know you're still having things on the board. Yes, you become motivated to pursue and want to complete those. That's very, very key. And I emphasize that. Secondly, if you want to stay motivated, you must make what we call SMART goals. You must make what we call SMART goals. Now, many people are actually discouraging themselves and they become demotivated purely because not that they don't set goals, they do set goals. But the goals that they set, they are not smart enough, because that's very important. But we're having a group of people, of course, that don't even set goals at all in their lives. They don't even have dreams in their lives. They don't even have plans of anything in their lives. So you cannot be motivated by anything in life until you decide you want to pursue something in your life. Many people that are motivated in life are people that are pursuing something. Are the people that want to accomplish something. Are the people that are having something to accomplish in life, something to chase after. And then they become motivated because they know that there is still this undone goal that I pursue, and I want to complete it and I want to follow it. Now, we're speaking about smart goals. It's not just any goal, it's smart goals. What do we mean? This goal that you set must be specific, because there are people that set what we call general goals, and therefore those general goals are actually making people that are following them not to be focused, but to be all over the place. Because they're general, they're not specific. They're not things that you can say, specifically, I want to achieve this. You need to make your goals very specific. And you must make sure that those specific goals, you follow them. And I want to emphasize that when you make specific goals, you are actually helping yourself to fulfill them even more, because there are more chances of you fulfilling them, because they are actually they're actually easy to follow. They're actually easy to do and follow and complete them. It is very important. And I want to say, when it's specific, you know what to do and what not to do. Secondly, your goals should therefore be measurable, because it's very important to be able to put up something that you'll be able to measure. And I want to emphasize that, because if you cannot measure, then you cannot fulfill. If you cannot measure, you cannot achieve either. So it is very important that you measure it every single day. You measure it every single moment, that you are actually on the path. Because it motivates when you know that I'm actually towards that goal and I'm measuring. I can see that where I'm coming from is far, but where I'm going is nearby. Because measurements motivates you to know that I'm actually making steps towards this goal and I will fulfill it. The other thing about smart goals is they must be achievable. It must be something that you are able to say, I will achieve this. Because when you set up something that is difficult to achieve, something that is unachievable, you're not going to be motivated, because you're going to fail. You're setting yourself to fail. So I want to emphasize that every single goal that you set, it must be achievable as well. When you know something's achievable, therefore you stay motivated, because you know that I will achieve that. Don't set difficult goals that are not achievable, because that will demotivate you, of course. It must be realistic as well, because when you look at some goals that we set, yes, they are achievable. Yes, they are specific and measurable, but they are not realistic at all, because you are actually setting something that is long-term on a short-term basis. You want to complete a job that can be completed in a year, and you want to complete it in a month. That's not realistic. And so please be realistic as well, because it's very important that when you are realistic, you are able to pursue that, and you become motivated because you know that this is realistic. I am able to complete this. I'm able to achieve this. So therefore it becomes very realistic, and then you are able to actually pursue that because it's realistic enough. But finally, remember that it must be time bound. It must be timely. It must be actually attached to time. Every goal that you set, it must be given a specific time frame. You must speak about time. You must speak about the deadline to finish that. You must speak about when do you want that to be completed. Because if you don't set time, then you are setting yourself for failure. Because you will not do and achieve anything as long as you don't have time bound for it. You don't have a measurable time that you want to reach and complete it by. So therefore, time bound is very important. So set time and you will be able to achieve that thing that you want to achieve. And please make sure that your goals are smart. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us right now. And I believe that you'll continue listening to us tomorrow as we deal with part 3 of this great topic. Yes, we're speaking about how to stay motivated as a young man, and we are dealing with that tomorrow again as part 3. Remember also to like our Facebook page, Micornus Phokane, our Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum, Ymef. So please make sure that you visit those pages and like them. And also our YouTube channel, of course. Subscribe to it. Click the notification button as well. You will be able to see these videos as we post them. And we believe that God will bless you. May the good Lord bless you once more. And allow me to check out here and say cheers for now.